Hi Sweet Queens, you're welcome back to another interesting tutorial. So today we're going to be making this beautiful gown. For this gown, you need just twice your gown length measurement. You can either make it a short dress or you make it a long dress. But as for me, I'm going to be making this into a short dress. So I'm using about 2.5 yard of fabric for this tutorial today. So let's get into it. This is the gown version of this, my beautiful jumpsuit that all of you love so much. So I started to make it into a dress for people that don't wear trouser stuff. Okay, so let's get started. Note there will be no lining and there will be no lining, but there will be zipper. So from my Ankara fabric, I'm going to cut twice the length that I desire. So I want the length of the gown to be 44 inches. 44 inches. So I'm going to measure that 44 inches 2 times with 2 inches extra for seam allowance. 44. So just note that you can have it as a long dress, okay? You can have it as a long dress all the way to the floor. First off, I'm going to fold it into 2 lengthwise. So if you fold it into 2 like this, the length will be your desired length with your seam allowance, okay? Then after that, you fold it into 4 like this. Can you see? So this upper part is unfold, here also is unfold, then you place it on your table. This place is unfold, here also is unfold. So from your center back to your desired sleeve length, and I'm just going to use the total width of this Ankara. All right, and the length we need is just our gown length, and for the gown length I'm making it to be 44. Then I had this extra one now for the folding allowance for the hem part. Okay, so you are going to, there will be no, you are not going to rule any guideline, so you are starting from the top here. Okay, so from there you measure down your nipple point line. My nipple point is 11 inches. Then you also measure your waist length. My waist length is 17. Okay, then I'm going to extend these 2 lines. You also measure your hip line. Measure down your hip line. I'm using 26 as my hip line. So this first line is the nipple point line, that is shoulder to nipple length. Okay, then this is the waist length, that is shoulder to waist length. Then this is the hip line, shoulder to hip line. Okay, this is what we have here. So the first thing you do, just leave your nipple point line, come to your waistline. Then from the side seam, I'm just going to come in by 3 inches, 3 inches, and I'm going to just connect it back to the nipple point line like this. Can you see the way I've done it? You also connect it back to the hip line. Can you see? So for the neck width, I'm going to be making the neck width to be 4 inches. And then the neck depth for the back will be 1.5. Then I'll connect it together like this. Can you see? Then the front neck depth is going to be V. So I'm going to make that to be 7.5. Please do the depth that works for you, okay? So this is it. So first now I'll cut on the back neckline, then I'll cut out this shape. If you want it to have pockets, just measure 1 inch downward from the waistline and then notch. That's where the pocket position is going to be. Okay, so the next thing now is to mark how we are going to cinch the waistline. Okay, so On your waistline, this is the waistline, you go upwards by 3 inches. 3 inches. Then you also come down here by 2.5 or 3 inches, depend on how you want it. Let's just do 3 inches also. So from the waistline, go up by 3 inches. From the waistline, also come down by 3 inches. Okay. Then you can roll it. Can you see? So this is the part that will be cinched. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to determine how we are going to create the pleat. First of all, you determine the number of lines that you want for the pleat. To create your pleat, determine the number of lines that you want. Let's say I want about 6 pleats. So I'll just measure on the waistline, whatever I have there, I'll just divide it by 6. So, okay, don't forget, you are going to be closing the side by 1. So you can just leave your seam allowance of 1 inch first. So this is the seam allowance, okay? We are closing the side. You can do half or 1, or depend on how you want it, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead. I'll cut the sides seam. So you don't need this again. Throw it away. So this is your seam allowance for closing it later on. Next thing now is to work and cinch this circumference into our waist circumference. My waist circumference is 32. 32 divided by 4, because this fabric is folded into 4. So 32 divided by 4, that will be 8 inches. So that means my waist circumference is supposed to be 8 inches here. So the next thing I'm going to do is just to measure the total thing that I have here. And the total thing I have here is 19.5. So that means I want to make this 19.5 to become 8 inches. I want it to become 8 inches. So the next thing is just to create pleats to eliminate that excess. So just to divide the pleats the way we want it to be. So the first thing you have to do is just to measure what you have here. Altogether here, I have exactly 19.5. Okay, so you determine the width of each pleat. Let's say I want 4 pleats on each line. So 19.5 divided by 4. That will be 4.8. So if I divide the circumference that I have here by 4, that will be 4.8. Okay, so I'll just measure that 4.8 and I'll roll it and create line 4.8. Let's just say 4.75. 4.75. Another 4.75. Then I have the remaining one there. So I'm going to roll it. Can you see? So I divided the circumference here into 4. So what I will do is just to go ahead, I will divide this 8 inches also into 4 so that I will know the number of excess to get rid of from these lines. So 8 divided by 4. So my waist circumference divided by 4 is already 8. This 8 now, I'll just divide it by this number of boxes that I have here, which is 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 divided by 4. That will be 2 inches, meaning I need 2 inches here to make it my waist circumference. So, and I have 4.75 here. That means I'm getting rid of 2.75 on each of these lines, the line. So you can decide to put that 2.75 first, like this, so that I'll have 1 pleat here first. So that means my first pleat will be here. This is the first pleat. I'll just hold it like this. I'll make my stitch. Okay, so the next one, so this is the actual thing that we want now. So meaning we still have another 2.75 here on this line that we want to also get rid of. Okay, I have another 2.75 to get rid of, so you mark it again. So this one is our actual 2 inches, so you leave it. Measure another 2.75 that you are going to discard. Then from the blue line again, measure another 2.75. So do you understand? So now the first thing I'm going to do, if I open this up, I will just hold from the center front now. I'll hold it like this. I'll create a pleat. That means this is going. Then jump these 2 inches, then hold this next one again. That means this part also is going. Then leave this one again. Move on to the next one. Then you hold it again. Use it to create pleat. That means this side also is going. Leave the next 2. Jump to the next one, also create pleat. Then that means that one is also going. Hope I'm making sense. It's just to create pleat, to bring it to your waist circumference. Okay, so the first one is going, this is staying, this one is going, this is staying, this is also going, this is staying, this is going, and this is also staying. Hope is understandable. We are just creating pleat to eliminate the excess that we have on the waistline. So I first divide it by the number of pleats that I want, which are the blue shocks. Then after that, I ascertain the division of my waist circumference. Then the excess, we are going to just create pleats with it or tuck just to discard it. Do you understand? And that's what I'm going to do. So that means if I measure 2.75 to create pleats, I'm leaving space of 2 inches in between before I move to the next one, because I'm not just going to be ruling line all over. Okay, so you see the way I'm going to do it on the machine. So the next thing is just to cut the neck. So first of all, cut on the back neckline. So you're going to remove the inner piece, remove the inner layer, that will be the back. Just remove the 2 inner pieces like this. Then you can cut the front neckline. Cut the front neckline. Can you see? Then you can as well cut facing for the neckline, and also pockets if you want it to have pockets. So for my facing, I'm going to be using lining to cut the facing. So the lining is folded into 2. Then I'll place the neckline on it this way, so that I can create facing for the neck area. We are not done yet. There will be zip, so I'm still going to be slitting the center back. So I'll make the facing to be 4 inches all around the neck area. Then I'll cut it out. So this is the facing for the neck. Okay, so the next thing you have to do is just to also, you locate your waistline at the back, because we need to slit the center back so that it's going to have zipper. This side here is the back. Let me fold it back into 4, so that I will just mark the waist length. Okay, so this is the waistline. Just transfer the shock. Okay, so on the waist length, I'll just go in by 0.75, and I'll blend it back upwards like this, then blend it downward this way. Then I'll slit it from the neckline. then cut this part off so that my zipper can relax very well. Then you slit it also all the way down. Okay. So that is it. So what I would do is just to transfer this chalk, all these chalks, you can just transfer them. I have. This is the center of the dress. This is the center. So from the center now, this is the center. I'll first hold this first two and stitch it to create pleats. I'll also hold this other one also to create pleats. That means we are having two pleats in front at the center front like this. Or you can as well just hold these two together and stitch together. Okay, so to create the first two pleats, so these two, they are all pleats, they are going, these two. So we are leaving this one, then this is also going. We are leaving this, then this is going. We are leaving this, then this is going. Can you see? We are leaving this one, this is going. We are leaving this, this is going. We are leaving this one, then this is going. Hope it's clear. So that's how we're going to go ahead and create the pleats. And you also do the same thing to the other side of the back. You do the same thing to the other side of the back. Hope it's clear. If you have any question, leave it in the comment section. I'm going to reply you. I'll start with the facing, and I'm just going to bend it once and I'll stitch around it. This is it. I'm done. So the next thing now is to close the center back and also fix my zipper. So I just use my zipper to measure down where I want the zipper to start. I'm going to close the back with just half an inch. Okay, so I'm done fixing the zipper. Okay, so the next thing is just to finish the neckline with the facing. So open up the zipper, place your facing on top of it, right side to right side. Ensure you align the V at the center front very well. You can as well pin. So I'll stitch the neckline. Then when you are done, notch round the neckline, turn the facing to the wrong side, iron and put your hemming gum to marry it nicely. So from the good side, this is what you have. Done. So the next thing now is just to start creating the pleat. I already mark how I want the pleat to be, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing. All right, so once you are done, the next thing is just to hem the sleeve opening. So just bend it once. Opening from the sleeve opening, you are going to close the side with 1 inch all the way down. So the last thing now is just to hem the down part of your dress. Whatever allowance you added, that's the same thing you're going to use to hem it, and that will be the end of the tutorial for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button, and if you have not subscribed to this channel yet, please kindly subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I love you. All right, guys, so this is the outcome of the dress. I'm loving it. The only issue here is that the neck is kind of gaping. So what I'm going to do is just to go back inside that center pleat. I'm just going to take it all the way to the neckline. That way the neck is going to relax, and I'm going to just do that. I'm just going to loosen it up, so you take it all the way to the neckline, like I'm putting a dart on the neckline. Is lapping now, and if you still feel like it's still gaping, you can still go back and hold it more, but I think I like it like this. It's looking good. So that center dart is taken all the way to the neckline. Okay, this is the back. I love you.